Hey there, coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1976 1-cent coin. You may have seen this tiny treasure in your pocket change, but did you know that this little coin holds a significant place in numismatic history? Well, today we're going to talk about the history, design, and current market value of this unique coin. So, grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to explore the world of the 1976 1-cent coin in detail. Segment 1: History of the 1976 1-cent coin. Narrator, voiceover with images of the U.S. Mint and the bicentennial logo. The 1976 1-cent coin wasn't just another penny. It was part of a very special year in American history, the U.S. bicentennial. In 1776, the United States declared its independence, and by 1976, the nation was celebrating its 200th anniversary. To mark this momentous occasion, the U.S. Mint made several changes to the design of the nation's coins, including the quarter, half-dollar, and of course, the 1-cent piece. Prior to 1976, the design of the 1-cent coin had remained largely the same for several decades, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait adorning the front of the coin since 1909. However, to honor the bicentennial, the U.S. Mint decided to make subtle yet significant changes to the coin's reverse side. Segment 2: Design and features of the 1976 1-cent coin. Let's break down the design of this coin, starting with the obverse, or the front. As you can see, the 1976 1-cent coin retains the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This iconic design had been in use since 1909 and remains unchanged to this day. Zoom in on the Liberty inscription and Lincoln's portrait. The word Liberty is inscribed on the left side, while the year 1976 is on the right, with the mint mark just below the date. You'll also notice the phrase "In God We Trust" above Lincoln's head. Now, let's move to the reverse, where the big change occurred for this special year. The design of the reverse of the coin was altered to mark the United States' 200th anniversary. Instead of the usual wheat ears or shield design, the reverse features a unique design inspired by the bicentennial. The most striking feature is the image of the Union shield, with the U.S. motto, E pluribus unum, inscribed above it. The shield was designed to symbolize the strength of the United States, with the 13 stripes representing the original 13 colonies. In the center, you'll see the large central shield, with 13 stars representing the states that made up the Union during the American Revolution. This design also incorporates the phrases United States of America and 1 cent, with the overall design having a distinctly patriotic feel to it. The 1976 reverse is one of the most recognizable and historic changes to the coin, as it was specifically crafted to commemorate the bicentennial year. Segment 3: The minting process and variations. The 1976 1-cent coin was minted at 3 different U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, there are no major differences between the coins minted at these locations in terms of design. The main distinguishing factor comes from the mint marks on the obverse side of the coin. Coins minted in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, while those minted in Denver feature a D mint mark, and those from San Francisco have an S. Despite these subtle differences, all these 1976 pennies are part of the same iconic design series. Segment 4: The 1976 1-cent coin in the market today. Narrator on screen, holding a 1976 penny now. Let's talk about the 1976 1-cent coin's value in the market today. If you have one of these coins in your collection, you may be wondering how much it's worth. While most 1976 pennies aren't particularly rare, there are certain factors that can influence their value. Let's take a look at how things stand out. In general, most 1976 1-cent coins in average circulated condition are worth only 1 cent. That's right, just the value of a regular penny. However, the value of a coin is largely determined by its condition, rarity, and demand in the market. Show high-quality examples of uncirculated and proof 1976 pennies. Uncirculated coins, those that have never been in circulation, are worth significantly more. A 1976 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch anywhere from 10 to 20 cents. But if you happen to have a 1976 penny in perfect proof condition, meaning it was specially made for collectors, you might see it go for anywhere between $1 to $5, depending on the coin's grade and certification. Show a certified coin with a professional grading label. Coins that have been professionally graded by organizations like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) will have a higher market value than those that haven't been graded. High-grade examples of the 1976 penny with rare features like unique errors or strikes could push the value even further. Segment 5. Errors and varieties in the 1976 1-cent coin. As with most coins, there are always a few rare error varieties that can make a coin worth much more than face value. The 1976 1-cent coin is no exception. Some of these coins were struck with errors such as double die varieties, where the design appears double due to a malfunction in the minting process. Zoom in on an example of a double die coin. These varieties can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's condition. So, if you're sorting through your change, be sure to look closely for any unusual doubling or misstrikes. Segment 6. Conclusion and final thoughts. So, to wrap things up, the 1976 1-cent coin is not only a significant part of American history due to its bicentennial connection, but it also holds a place in the hearts of coin collectors. While most of these coins are worth just 1 cent, there are rare examples that can fetch a higher price depending on their condition and potential errors. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist, the 1976 1-cent coin is an essential piece to add to your collection. Remember, it's not just about the money, it's about the history behind the coin. So, next time you find one of these pennies in your pocket, take a moment to appreciate its story. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth coin content. And remember, keep collecting and stay curious. Until next time.